Hi, I'm King Art 70. Never put your woman first. What I mean by this podcast, I know a man at the name of Mr. D, and he's a husband who's take care of the household. He works a part-time job at the United States Post Office, while his wife works a full-time job. So basically, his wife is the breadwinner. Okay, that's not how God meant for it to be. Okay, now don't get me wrong. There's some women out there that can work. All right, but God placed a man in the Garden of Eden first. And when God saw that everything that he created, plus the atoms, but Adam didn't have a helpmate. So a man in this podcast, or in reality, which is the real life, is not the helpmate. Okay, the woman is the helpmate. All right, if you think I'm wrong, and if you think I'm misquoting the Bible, think again. What did he say? It's not good for a man to be alone. I'll make him a helpmate. That's exactly what God said in Genesis chapter 2. And he did. Genesis chapter 2, verses 19 through the 23rd verse, up until the 24th verse. All right, he took, according to English, say real, but in Hebrew it's a curve. God took a curve out of Adam and made him a woman. All right, so what happened was Mr. D is a stay-home dad. All right, he's taking care of the kids, and at this point, Mr. D have no side job or just a job that he's working at the post office. So basically, every now and then he has to get permission for stuff, such as go buy a pair of sneakers, go buy whatever he needs to buy. All right, or a loan. All right, a grown man should not be asking a woman for a loan. Why? Because you, as a man, as God created us originally, because man now are not respecting the masculine responsibility that God had originally put in them to take care of the household, whether you married or unmarried. You're supposed to be the household of your home, and the wife's supposed to be following your lead. Now, this don't mean a woman voice cannot be heard, okay? She can voice her opinion, but the man is the executive. He get the last say. Now, what I mean by he get the last say, it does not mean he abused her or hit her. It just basically, look, baby, I hear what you're saying. I agree with you saying, but I think that's not the right thing right now to do. For example, let's go with this and watch and see. I got it. Okay, you're supposed to lead by example. Okay, that's what a man's responsibility is supposed to be, not leading and following a woman who wants to put him in a position, or most likely Mr. D put himself in this position because he didn't spoke up and say, look, it is my duty and my responsibility to be the household and leader of our home and a provider of you and my kid. I don't care how much money a woman is making. Okay, a man supposed to still be the provider of the household, because what's going to happen is, let's say she said, you know what, I'm the kind of chick that alpha male chick, I put my man in check, I put my man where he needs to be, and my man ever need anything, he'll come to me, ask me for money, or to get a haircut, or to get a pair of sneakers or clothes, or to go hang out with his boys, or to have some time to himself. I get the last say. I'm the boss of him and my household, not him. He does what I tell him to do. That's a bad combination. You're in trouble. Because it doesn't matter how you may see Mr. D, and you're allowing this woman to do all the stuff as a man supposed to do. Basically, you're going to lose at the end. All right, let's say you get tired of her, and you moved out, you went out, and you started dating somebody else, and she find out. She going to take you to the cleaners. Why? Automatically, by default, the woman going to win. Why? Because the court system or the child support system is always on the woman's side by the default. Why? Because they picture the woman as innocent, feminine, and they picture the man as masculine, leader, head of household, responsible, that you should be taking care of your kid in the first place, okay? That's how they're going to look at it. Whether you're working a part-time job, whether you're doing YouTube, making a lot of money or less money, guess who will end up in the end hurting? You are, because you allowing this woman to take charge over you and over the household. And if you don't have a place to set up to go, you're going to end up being homeless. You're going to end up not having a way to go. So basically, you need to step in and tell her, look, enough is enough. I had enough. I am going to do what I got to do to make my money and do what I got to do because I am a man and this is the way God made me. Don't be scared to tell her that. Don't put your masculine energy by staying home and babysitting. Now, I'm not saying don't love the kids. I'm saying don't be a housewife. Or some people call them a homemaker husband, where he sits home, cook, clean, wash dishes, do all the above as a woman would do. Okay, there's nothing wrong helping your wife out around the house. That's not what I'm saying. But don't be a full-time home husband, wife. Okay, there's too many men out here or better males, all right, becoming feminine and complaining when the woman is dominant above them, and then they want to go out and reach out to these relationship specialists or people who have billions and zillions of people on their YouTube channel, all right, and reach out to them because you put yourself in that predicament, okay? So I'm here to tell you, Mrs. D, get out while you can or step it up and say, look, enough is enough. I had enough. I'm going to lead. If you don't like it, that's too bad. You go ahead and do your thing. At least have something going. If you only can work that part-time job at the post office, start a YouTube channel. Start a business. What are you good at? Find out what you're good at and you make your money. Or you go out and you start looking. Tell her, look, you got to find another babysitter because I need to be out doing exactly what God said. Well, the Apostle Paul told the Corinthians, he said, when I was a child, I think as a child, I did think as a child, but when I become a man, I put away childish things. So now it's time for you to put away childish things. Start asking her as though you are a child to ask for money. Okay? Stop. I would never in my life put a woman first above me. Now, this is not saying I don't respect women. God knows without women, men would be in trouble. There's no ifs and buts about it. That's why God made man a helpmate. Okay? Paul said in 2 Timothy 2:14, for the woman was created for the man and not the man for the woman. So basically what Paul was telling Timothy was a young preacher, that woman was created originally for the man because God saw that it wasn't good for a man to be alone. Therefore, I make him a helpmate. You're not even a helpmate. Okay, a woman is a helpmate. This is not saying to look down on a woman because God made her a helpmate, but this is her role as a woman. She's the one that's supposed to cook, clean, and wash dishes and do all the above. Now, this is not saying a woman can't work. That's not what I'm saying. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying on this podcast. All right, a woman still can work. But there's too many women allowing men to do housewife duties, such as cooking as full-time. All right? It doesn't matter whether you're retired or not. It doesn't matter. So don't use that as an excuse. Well, he want to do it. No, you're supposed to serve the husband. Okay? Doesn't matter. I had known women, my mom and other women in my time, cook, clean, had separated for the husband and all that. And they still had a job. They don't give them an excuse not to work. Well, he's a great cook. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether he's a great cook. All right? He's not a helpmate. Okay? There's nothing wrong to help a woman out. I think a lot of people misquote the book of Genesis because they're thinking, well, the Bible said I'm a helpmate. The Bible didn't never tell you was a helpmate. He said, I will make a man a helpmate. It's okay to help around in the home. All right? But did not say a man to be a helpmate to the woman. The woman is a helpmate to the man, and the woman's supposed to serve the man. Wife, be submissive to your husband. Ephesians 5:21-22. Okay? That means to be under authority and obedience of someone of power or leadership. It does not mean for him to beat her over the head or to be rude to her. That's not what it's saying. It means to be obedience. That's all it means. He gets the last say. He gets the final say. So I hope you, Mr. D, mount up, face this woman, tell her you no longer go to deal with her telling you what to do and when you should get allowed. Okay? Stop that nonsense. Get up off your behind and go find your real job. So I hope that helped, Mr. D. May God continue to bless you. Stay safe, and talk to y'all later. Bye.